A good Tuesday afternoon to you. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. This weather video driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. One big weather system here. This is surface area low pressure we're looking at today. And this is a frontal system. You can follow the isobars approximately like this. What's going to end up happening, there is a little bit of a sublatitude or subtropical kind of moisture that's going to be pushing in from the Gulf of Mexico. And that's going to light up this frontal system and basically connect it up with more moisture. And that's going to be the main issue. It basically creeps in. There's colder air to the, of course, north and west of this area of low pressure in the baroclinic zone. Some pretty cold air up in northern Canada. You can see here temperatures well below zero, even some minus 30s. Some of that's going to get pulled in and wrapped around, and it's going to basically bleed in along that developing frontal boundary, and it's going to be what we call an antifront. The antifront is kind of a shallow sort of leading edge of the colder air that's going to kind of creep in and make it into the Champlain Valley, probably blow into Rutland County before it even penetrates perhaps into, say, places like Washington County. Maybe it'll kind of work in through the Lamoille River Valley kind of gap there, and so forth. And it'll be interesting to see this. All this transition will be taking place during the overnight period Wednesday night and mostly during the day on Thursday. What it does is it causes kind of a transition period of different precipitation types. That'll all change to snow. The heaviest snow accumulations are going to be back over toward the Adirondack Mountains, the St. Lawrence River Valley and adjacent parts of New York, kind of in that area toward Montreal. But some of that's going to get into the northwest corner of the state as it looks right now, and the northwestern corner of the northern part of the Champlain Valley especially. And eventually some of that snow is going to make it east of the Green Mountains and affect all the way down into the Connecticut River Valley as it looks right now. So we have a 1034 hectopascal surface area of higher pressure. This is really going to work for us, and you can kind of see these thickness lines here. This is our ridge of higher pressure aloft, and it's the controlling influence on our weather. There is a bit of a southerly wind developing, a little bit of a channeling wind. These are going to stay well below thresholds. No real issues for the Champlain Valley this go around. So here's how the incrementals look. That area of higher pressure kind of shifts a little bit further off to the east, but kind of holds its ground, and this is really during the overnight period. We're talking Wednesday morning. And then eventually by Wednesday afternoon, you can see just the northwest corner of the state is going to be affected by this. This is gathering some moisture from the Gulf of Mexico with a southerly wind coming in off the Gulf, and this is kind of sort of feeding in and sort of developing that frontal boundary. Now, it looks like a little bit of rain showers get in here. It looks like on Wednesday fairly late in the day, but continue to run this. You can see that the rain showers eventually then transition to a little bit of snow. That most of that snow is going to be in parts of New York, Binghamton, back over toward Montreal. Just shifted a little to the west of Vermont. This is valid by 12Z or 8 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. But continuing to run the model, we have this wave of low pressure that's going to ripple along it. And it's an oddball. It's not headed for the northeast, to the northeast Canadian Maritimes, but really kind of northeast, and then it kind of gets pulled back and then further to the north. So as we run the model, you can kind of see that. It looks like snow's developing as far east now as the Montpelier, Barrie-Montpelier area, Rutland, and so forth. Maybe not St. Johnsbury at this point. And this is valid 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday, and there's going to be a little bit of a mixed type of precipitation here. You can kind of see a little bit of a purple color with some of the mixed precip. So a wintry mix is on the way as everything transitions with this antifront, and then eventually the area of low pressure is going to do this track here. You take it a little bit further to the north into the Gulf of Maine, and you see how it curls up. And you can see here's a lot of heavier potential for a sleet and freezing rain. No worries for us, though. The cold air will have blown by and then shifted into Canada. Of course, this is valid in the morning hours on Friday, and it'll set up a pretty cold day on Friday. And we do have a cold pull aloft, so that's going to keep the temperature rather nippy for this time of year, with daytime highs only topping out around 32 on Friday. But we get a nice warming trend. This is going to start to pull away, and as it does, it's going to warm up aloft. And so the weekend is setting up with temperatures that are going to be moderating eventually. So by Sunday, we're looking at temperatures basically punching 50 degrees. So going a little bit above normal for this time of year. The GFS ensemble looks like this. We have one significant area of rain. This is what's going to be working in Wednesday night into the day on Thursday, and then lingering into Thursday night into a little bit of the morning hours on Friday. And then we get into drier weather, and then there's some indications that Jeff's anyway wants to promote a little bit of precipitation once we get a little bit into this coming weekend. European is dry as a bone at that point. But looking at the total amount of QPF, it looks like this, and this is a little bit of a healthier system, so it's going to add additional rainfall to the region. So pretty much it looks like this. And we're looking at total QPF here at the end of the storm, roughly about 1 inch. The European's advertising more like about 3/4 of an inch. And I have a feeling that this is probably going to be a little bit less than what the Jeffs is showing here currently. And you're looking at about 1 inch amounts or a little bit less than that. Further to the north and east, 1.5 inches, as you can see here. This is the Weather Prediction Center total QPF for a period of 7 days. This is a climate reanalyzer, and you're looking at where the coldest temperatures are, which are still basically in the western part of the United States, across a good section of Canada. This little warmth here is kind of part and parcel what's moving in the process of moving in. Here's the 2-meter temperatures, and you can see the hand plot of the European maximum temperatures on top of that with the chart I sent. But also you're looking at basically at 850 hectopascal, about the approximate top of Mount Mansfield. These are the temperatures illustrated. Above 0 degrees with Fahrenheit, above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We're looking at these temperatures today and tomorrow, then a sharp dive, and that's what's going to take place with that transition on Wednesday night into Thursday. We bottom out basically late in the week, and then we start to see another slow rise. Meteorological output statistics, MOS, 5 days of high temperatures shown here is about weighted neutral. We go above and we go below, so basically it neutrals out. 3 days later, a little bit warmer than that, so it's concentrating more on the incoming warmth and then the warmth of what we're going to see over the period we're talking mainly this coming weekend. Last but not least, this is the taking a look real quickly here at North American total snow extent, and you can see that we're on the lower layers or lower levels here. And basically this is showing that a lot of our snow is melted out, so those incoming cold air masses, they're going to be moderated more significantly over time. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.